Good morning, Esmeralda. My name is Katie Challinor, and I am a trainee solicitor and trained mediator at the Solicitors of Bodge, Starge and Hassel. I'm going to firstly briefly outline to you in this opening phase what the process and procedure of mediation will entail for both you and Anakim Skydiver. And secondly, I will be talking about the general advantages of mediation and how this will help you and Anakim regarding your legal and non-legal issues. I strongly suggest that you take this mediation route rather than the traditional route of the courts. Both you and Anakin will have the full opportunity to put both of your cases forward. You must both not interrupt each other while the other is speaking. However, if you do have something to say, I encourage you to write this down on a piece of paper, and then, when it is your chance to speak, you will be able to raise any concerns that you may have. These proceedings, Esmeralda, are entirely confidential, and any information that is discussed in this mediation process must not be passed on to a third party, nor must it be used against you or Anakim if this solution is not successful. The mediation process is completely voluntary, which means that you and Anakim can leave at any time if you so wish. If you and Anakim wish to take things further, then we will enter into what is called the exploration phase. This is where you and Anakim will be directed to a private meeting room for a personal meeting with either myself or another mediator. The key objective here, Esmeralda, is that I am here to listen. I am 100% neutral, and I will help both you and Anakim to work out your strengths, your weaknesses, and a realistic outcome. The mediation will then enter into what is called the negotiation phase, where this is the second to last stage of the mediation process. This is where yourself and Anakin will have the opportunity to put forward your proposals towards a final settlement. Lastly, we enter into what is called the closing phase, and this is where a settlement will have been reached and a draft agreement will be drawn up either by a lawyer or, if not present, myself. This agreement is to be signed by both you and Anakim. However, if no settlement is reached, I will make full account of the reasons why not. There will be then a joint meeting to confirm whatever the outcome may be. There are many general advantages of mediation, Esmeralda. The first and most common advantage is that mediation is seen as an inexpensive process compared to what it would cost you if you took the route through the courts. Mediation is also relatively simple. There are no complex procedural or evidentiary rules which must be followed. The maximum penalty you or Anakim could impose is to simply walk out of the mediation. Mediation is also time efficient. Most disputes are concluded within one day, and this is a lot quicker than going to the courts, which can last for months. Mediation also offers to explore different solutions. Myself or other mediators may be able to explore an alternative solution that may have not been thought by yourself or Anakim, or may not have even been possible or available through the courts themselves. Mediation will always allow you and Anakim to be in full control. You are directly involved in negotiating your own agreement. You or Anakim do not have to agree to anything that you are not happy with. Another advantage is regarding your dispute. I am professionally experienced regarding property matters, which means that regarding yours and Anakim's boundary dispute, I can help you both come to the best solution possible. Mediation will also open communication again for both you and Anakim, as you both unfortunately have not spoken since the issues in question. So opening the doors for communication will certainly help the both of you. As I have mentioned before, mediation can consider other options that the court may not. For example, regarding yours and Anakim's disagreement over the boundary line of defence, the courts will only look at this in a purely legal matter, whereas mediation will try and look outside of the box and explore different solutions to the problem. You have known Anakim now, Esmeralda, for 17 years since 1996. You have even done shopping for him in the past. It is key to remember here how well you both got along, and going through this mediation will allow you to see things from Anakim's point of view also. Now, Esmeralda, I have drafted up a draft agreement that has been agreed by Anakim. He has also signed it, and this will also need to be signed by you yourself. I will talk through the agreement, which sets out the terms of the dispute, which includes the nature and the background of the issues as why this agreement needs to be enforced. In relation to the terms, it is important to remember that you and Anakin may not be 100% satisfied with these terms, as both of you have had to make compromises. However, these will certainly benefit both of you. One of the first terms, Esmeralda, is that you must train your puppy. This will not only benefit Anakin, but will also benefit you too, as you will have a well-behaved, trained puppy. This can either be professionally trained or individually trained by yourself. Regarding Anakin and his One Direction music, he is aware that this music may have caused the dog to bark, so he has agreed only to play the music at reasonable times and at a reasonable volume. You also must make sure, Esmeralda, that if you have friends and family over to visit, you can park on Anakin's driveway, however you must have his full consent. If not, you must find another valid and convenient spot for your friends and relatives to park on. Regarding Anakin's garbage, he has agreed that he must make sure he puts the lids on his bin and his food lids to ensure that no bad odours produce. Anakin has agreed to postpone the formation of the fencing for the next 3 months, after coming to an agreement with yourself that you must first try and abide by these terms, to which you have both 100% agreed to. However, if you do not both agree to these terms, then you have both agreed that the creation of the fencing will go ahead on the 24th of May 2014, and you have both agreed to this. He has taken on board, Esmeralda, that you need to swing your car door fully open because of your bad back, so he will accommodate for this when building the fence, which means that you will be able to get out of your car in full comfort. The end of this declaration, Esmeralda, asks for both you and Anakin for your signatures. Anakin has already signed his part, so you need to sign your part if you agree. It would be in your best interest, Esmeralda, to sign this agreement. Not only is this opening communication for both you and Anakin again, but if you agree to all of these terms and abide by them 100%, then the fence will not go ahead and you can carry on with your daily activities while still keeping your friendship with Anakin. I hope this mediation process has benefited you and has been a pleasant one for you also. Thank you very much, Esmeralda.